Now, zero. That's the number of permissions Beijing granted South Korean pop stars to perform in China since October. So is it a coincidence that the sudden drop in concert permits comes after South Korea's announcement to deploy a U.S. sophisticated missile defense system, which Beijing strongly opposes? Now, that announcement was made back in July. Our Kim Hye-sung delves in further.
According to China's Ministry of Culture website on Tuesday, no Korean stars have been granted permission to perform in China since October. Since Seoul's decision in July to deploy the THAAD missile defense system, there have been concerns that Beijing will retaliate by restricting the activities of Korean entertainers in China. Korean stars have since held concerts there, 2 in July, 4 in August, and 3 times in September. But the fact that no performances took place last month has added to worries that China may be strengthening its crackdown on Korean entertainers. Media outlets in China say a local company recently had to pay more than $14,000 in fines for trying to hold a K-pop concert without the government's approval. But experts say it's hard to say definitively that the ban on Korean entertainers is being strengthened, noting that Chinese companies would also be hurt if that's the case.
The Chinese government has not yet made an official statement on banning Korean culture. There are many rumors about it, but it's difficult to say the regulation is getting harsher. But if China does tighten its regulations, private Chinese companies will suffer an even greater loss than Korean ones because, monetarily, they make more than the Korean companies that export this content.
Between 2010 and 2015, Chinese firms have invested more than $2.5 billion in the Korean entertainment and game industries and have carried out numerous joint venture projects like movies and entertainment shows with Korean companies. The Korean government said it will closely monitor the situation in China and see whether the decisions to cancel K-pop stars' activities in China were ultimately made by the Chinese government or the private sector. Kim Hye-sung, Arirang News.